You sit at a desk for 9 straight hours. Then you sit in traffic. Then you sit on the couch. By the time evening rolls around, the idea of grinding through a 1-hour gym session feels impossible. You feel exhausted. You feel guilty. You start to think you just lack the willpower to stay fit. So you do nothing. The weight slowly creeps on, and you accept it as a normal part of busy modern life. But here is the truth. The modern fitness industry lied to you. You do not need to punish yourself with heavy weights or brutal cardio circuits to stay lean. Thinking you have to suffer to be healthy is a completely broken concept. You cannot out-train a sedentary lifestyle with a single hour of forced sweating. 1 hour in the gym will never fix 23 hours of doing absolutely nothing. Now, look at Japan. They have one of the lowest obesity rates in the entire developed world. Yet, gym culture there is practically an afterthought. They do not force fitness into a rigid schedule. Instead, they stay lean through a system of effortless, continuous movement. It is woven directly into how they live, work, and commute. Their environment does the heavy lifting for them, keeping their bodies in a constant state of law-level activity. I'm going to show you exactly how to apply their 10 specific movement habits to your own busy routine. Do not skip ahead. Habit. Number 7 is the exact reason you keep burning out and failing to stay active. And it goes against everything the fitness industry has told you to do. Let us start with how you wake up. Most people roll out of bed feeling stiff, grab their phone, and immediately freeze their body into a seated position for the commute. This is a terrible way to start your day. In Japan, millions of people begin their morning with Radio Taiso. It is a 3-minute sequence of simple stretches set to music. The goal is not to sweat or build muscle. The goal is to lubricate your joints and wake up your nervous system. You are essentially oiling your internal machinery before putting it to work. Tomorrow morning, while your coffee brews, do not just stand there. Do 3 minutes of slow arm circles, reaches, and torso twists. You will move with far less friction for the rest of the day. Then we need to look at how you walk. I'll give you only. Walk to burn calories or hit a specific heart rate on your smartwatch. You are turning a natural human function into a stressful chore. The Japanese practice something called Sampo. It translates to an observation walk. You are not tracking miles or racing the clock. You are walking simply to observe your neighborhood, notice the weather, and detach from your screens. It removes the mental tax of exercise entirely. Try this. Take a 10-minute walk right after lunch. Leave your phone on your desk. Walk just to see what is outside. Next is your home environment. We live in an era where we buy robot vacuums to clean our floors, and then we pay $50 a month to do lunges in a crowded gym. This is completely backwards. The Japanese practice Soji, which is the discipline of maintaining your own space. It is not just about cleanliness. It's a built-in daily mobility session. Getting down on the floor to wipe a baseboard requires deep squats, hip flexibility, and core stability. Spend 5 minutes a day manually cleaning a small area of your home on your hands and knees. Your living room becomes your training ground outside the home. You have to create forced environmental friction. Modern cities are designed to eliminate physical effort. We drive around parking lots for 5 minutes just to find a spot 10 feet closer to the store doors. In Japan, walking is a non-negotiable part of getting around. They build physical effort into their daily transit. You can replicate this even if you live in a car-heavy suburb. Simply decide right now that you will always park in the absolute furthest spot in the lot. It adds hundreds of effortless steps to your day without requiring a single change to your schedule. When you do finally sit down, look at your posture. Slumping backward into a soft, deep couch essentially turns off your core muscles completely. Traditional Japanese culture utilizes Seiza, a form of active floor sitting. Sitting on the floor forces your postural muscles to stay engaged. It requires hip mobility and leg strength just to get back up. You do not need a special mat. Tonight, instead of collapsing into the sofa, spend 15 minutes sitting on the floor while you watch television. Notice how much more alive your body feels. This brings us to purpose-driven movement tied to the concept of Ikigai. If your only reason to move is to burn 300 calories, you will quit the second you feel tired. Counting arbitrary repetitions on a machine drains your mental energy. Instead, find a physical hobby that requires you to bend, reach, and stand. Whether that is gardening, woodworking, or fixing old bicycles, focus entirely on the outcome of the project. When your mind is focused on creating something, the physical effort becomes completely invisible. Now we reach the habit I warned you about earlier. This is why you keep failing to stay active in the evenings. When you hit that 2 o'clock afternoon slump, you probably force down a coffee to keep grinding. That caffeine just masks your deep fatigue. By 6 o'clock, your energy crashes and you are glued to the couch. The Japanese utilize inamuri, which is strategic resting or sleeping while present. It is a tiny midday reset to protect your physical baseline. Take a 10-minute, eyes-closed break in the middle of your afternoon. Stop borrowing energy from your evening. Protect your baseline so when you get home, moving feels like a choice instead of an impossible chore. We also have to manage the hidden weight of stress. When you are highly stressed, forcing yourself through a brutal, high-intensity workout is the worst thing you can do. It spikes your cortisol levels and signals your body to store fat. The Japanese recognize Shinrin-Yoku, or forest bathing, as a literal medical practice. Moving slowly through a wooded area physically lowers your blood pressure and cuts cortisol. This weekend, find a park or a trail. Walk slowly for 20 minutes. Focus entirely on the physical sensations around you. Stop fighting your body and let your stress hormones drop. You can also train your body passively through thermal resilience. We spend our lives moving from air-conditioned homes to air-conditioned cars to air-conditioned offices. In Japan, regular exposure to hot springs, known as onsen or cold waterfalls, forces the body to adapt. Rapidly changing your body temperature makes your heart pump harder. It is a cardiovascular workout while you are practically standing still. You do not need a hot spring. Just turn the water to pure cold for the last 30 seconds of your daily shower to train your vascular system. Finally, look at how you socialize. Modern socializing usually means sitting passively at a bar, eating heavy food, and drinking. Japanese culture frequently ties social bonds directly to physical movement, like community stretching or walking groups. They make activity a social highlight, not a lonely, isolated punishment. You stick to things when your friends are involved. Next time you plan to meet a friend, do not book a table at a restaurant. Suggest a walking coffee date instead. Being lean and physically capable is not a one-hour event you schedule on your calendar. It is the natural byproduct of how you interact with the world around you. You do not need to add another strict, exhausting regimen to your already busy life. That is exactly how people burn out. Instead, this is about shifting the way you already live. When you change your daily environment and your default habits, lifelong health simply happens on autopilot. Now, listen carefully. Do not attempt to implement all 10 of these habits tomorrow morning. Trying to overhaul your entire life overnight is the exact mentality that guarantees failure. You will get overwhelmed and quit by Wednesday. Instead, pick just one single rule from this list. Master that one habit first. Make it effortless before you even think about adding a second. Tell me your choice right now. Comment below which single habit you are going to start today. Then, hit the subscribe button to build the mental discipline you need to master the rest.